Okay, welcome back to another episode of Run Mountain Peaks. Today, we have another guest on the podcast, Ryan Fournier. Ryan is a friend, and he is a road and trail crusher. Dude is fast. He thru-hiked the AT in 2024 and came back, has just been ripping around the trails in New England ever since. He hit a sub 16 5K, a 640 Pemi loop, 639 Pemi loop. He did some gravel bike racing. He's done some road stuff. Just a crusher. And so it was a great episode. Definitely give it a listen. We started out talking about some of the half marathon drama over the past few weeks. So we recorded it before the US Half Marathon Championships got rectified, and those three that were let off course. They are now podium finishers, and they all got paid, and they're all going to compete at the world stage. So it's all been rectified. I think the US track and field got grilled for the last 2 weeks, so we just did a little bit of grilling. Nothing crazy, but we grill them a little bit. And then we talked about the Hampton Half Marathon, which Ryan was signed up for. He was looking to PR, so we ran a 120 half marathon last year. He was looking to go much faster this year, and they canceled it because there was lots of snow on the coast. And so we talked about that. He attempted to do it on his own terms, and it just didn't work out. Too fast for a treadmill. You gotta listen to the story to see what happened, but so we didn't get his effort in, but we talked about all that stuff, and then we went into his background. We did some training talk stuff. Ryan's a coach. He knows what he's talking about. He's into the weeds on all the training theory stuff. And so, yeah, it was a good interview. I'll link where you can find Ryan in the episode, and yeah, give it a listen. Stay tuned. And then after the episode, I'm going to do a little bit of trail conditions talk because we have the big warm up this weekend. I went out on the trails yesterday, so I'm going to do a little bit of a trail report. We'll talk about the trails being destroyed this weekend. And then I'm going to do a hot take on trail condition, post-holing, messing up trails. So we'll do that at the end. And then I actually have a funny story from when I first got into hiking that the trail condition stuff kind of reminded me of. So I'll tell that story because it is kind of funny looking back. So we'll do that at the end. So that's what we have today. And 60-second training tip for you guys. Tracking your speed workouts just like you would track your mileage or look at a Strava chart. Everyone loves to see the Strava chart, kind of like a nice graph building up into the right, but you should also be tracking how fast you're running your speed workouts. Whatever structured speed or hard efforts you're doing to get ready for a race or to progress in your training block, that should be getting faster over time. And I think it's one thing that people don't track as specifically. I have a Word document of just all of my speed workouts on there, and I can see progress week over week, month over month, year over year, and it just helps kind of like force that progressive overload. If I do a speed workout 2 months ago, right, and I'm going to do the exact same speed workout today, and I'm fitter, I am going to be looking to push those paces or that distance or whatever it is. I'm going to make sure that I progress on top of it. And I think it's just a good way to, I think, improve your mental fortitude during speed workouts and during race efforts. If you know that you did X amount when you were a little bit less fit, you're going to just dig a little bit deeper, and it's just going to force you to get better. So if you're doing speed workouts, you should be doing them, and just track them. Push it harder over time and get that improvement in your speed because you need it. But okay, that was the tip today. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Here's Ryan. Okay, Ryan, what is going on?
Not much, man. Happy to be here in Andrew's apartment, which may be the last episode or only episode.
Yeah,
you ever done anything in here?
No, actually no. Maybe like an old private YouTube video, but yeah,
Okay.
you may be the first and last person to film a podcast here.
Wow.
So congrats.
Yeah.
Not saying much though. There might be mold in here.
There may be mold in here. Andrew may be maybe getting sick.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll see. All right, so we have some half marathon talk that we got to get to. So I'm sure a lot of people have heard the U.S. World Champs or whatever U.S. Champs,
half marathon champs.
U.S. half marathon champs.
Yep.
Drama. The first 3 get let off course.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I saw that in my first. I mean, that's just heartbreaking for the top 3 women. I know that generally, like, there's often no recourse for like whoever's hosting the event. It's like, what do you do? Do you give it to the 3 who came in 1, 2, 3, or do you rectify the situation and say, no, these 3 women would have come in 1, 2, 3? So
yeah,
it's a
and there's no do-overs or anything, right? Like
exactly, that's the team. Like whoever came in the top 3 on the podium was going to be the team that goes to the world champs. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
What do you do? Was there? So this is my thought, because like in ultras, usually it's like you're in the middle of nowhere, like you have to like be sure about what trail you're on, but no one is loading up GPX files to run half marathons. So like, was there any, like, has this ever happened before?
I'm sure it's happened before, like no doubt. But I think the issue is like you kind of have a convoy for the race leaders, and that was the whole thing to begin with. Is you have these 3 cars. There's like the camera car, and there's like a pace car generally that just kind of follows them, and then you have like the cameras in the back so that everyone can watch the race.
Yeah,
and then there's like a police escort going with it, and I mean, if you're in a race, and especially a half marathon where like, I'm just thinking from their perspective, like the effort level is so high.
Redlining.
You're pinning it. Threshold for an hour. That's it. That's the race.
You assume that this lead car is like, going to go the right direction.
They're leading me the right way.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, there was like an intersection in the course where like they could have turned the right way and the car went straight. It was like it wasn't a 180, but maybe like a 90 or 120.
Yeah.
The car went straight through it. They followed the car, and I think they maybe lost like 2 minutes, and the 4th place person lost like 20 or 30 seconds. So yeah.
Dude,
really
it's so
tough.
crazy, especially when you see like one of the posts I saw, some lady who was winning. I don't know the names like very well, but she was like, I'm just trying to go back to what it felt like when I was sure that I was going to be the United States half marathon champion and go on to compete for the worlds, and now that will not happen.
Was that Jess McLean? Did she say that?
Yeah, I think yeah. She was just like, can you imagine? You work for however long, you put in so much hours, you're gonna be like representing the country at the world stage, best in the country, and then you get some Uber driver took a wrong turn.
Seriously, yeah, and.
It's not funny, actually. I'm laughing, but that's it's a horrible. I would be horrible.
Back to what you're saying though, like I don't think it's on them at all. Like
no.
It's I think it's completely on the race organizers, and I know that just reading the kind of articles that came out about it, the Atlanta Track Club, their CEO kind of took responsibility for it, but the issue is that USATF said there's nothing they can do, which is kind of I kind of already explained that, but like there's no recourse because they can't tell the 3 women that finished 1, 2, 3 like we're not going to give you your prize purse. I mean they finished it. So I think what they're going to end up having to do is pay everyone. And I don't know what happens to the positions now. Like the first place woman, I don't know her name, but she was saying it doesn't feel like she won.
I know.
So it's like, why would you want the spot?
I know, but so it's like all bad stuff, and everyone is like, the U.S. track and field is under so much heat. Interesting to see what will happen, but big controversy. And then more locally, this is more personal to you.
Very personal.
It was the Hampton, right? Half marathon.
Hampton half marathon
Cancels.
Yeah, they canceled it on. I think it was Wednesday. They sent out the cancellation email.
Yeah. Was it supposed to be on Saturday or Sunday?
It was supposed to be on Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
Yeah. So I've run this race the past 2 years. So it's I don't know. I feel like you kind of get in that groove with races sometimes, and like it's just a good test of fitness from year to year because the same course every time. And I was pretty pumped to go back this year. I thought I would have. I don't know. I thought I would have been like out in the front of the race, which would have been cool.
Yeah. And this was like you hadn't raced in a little bit, so you had been training. You had a big block.
Yeah, for
dedication.
Sure. Yeah, I took a little break after I ran a 5K. Like I actually trained for my local turkey trot.
Let's go
in Merrimack.
Love it.
And then I took a little break, kind of through December. I don't really like to train through that anymore. I think we were talking about this earlier, but it's just your
holidays, sickness,
holiday seasons,
family travel.
Everyone's getting sick. Yeah, you're traveling a lot, and it's hard to like get some traction. So I took a little break, and then January 1st-ish, I started up kind of getting back into workouts, training for this. So I was super excited. I didn't register until actually last Saturday. Yeah, so like basically a week before, I held off registering.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. But you knew you were going to run it.
I knew I was going to run it. My concerns were that it was going to get canceled. It's just been so cold here. It's been like the snow's stuck around. It hasn't been like a exceptional snow year, but it's stuck around a lot.
And so that's why they canceled, right? Just snow.
Yeah, it just like I guess Hampton, the town of Hampton forced them to cancel the event.
Yeah. So. Okay, so the town of Hampton, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, but they canceled the event and no do-overs, no makeups, no money back. Yeah. What do we think about all this? This is what we were talking.
They give 3 options, right? So the first option, virtual. I don't know. I've never done that. Like I wasn't into like virtual. I didn't even know what that means. But apparently, you just run it on your own, and
you just
submit your
file.
Your file. Whatever. So I wasn't into that. My first thought was I was gonna do something solo, and just try and make something out of it, but I don't think I was ever gonna submit it virtually. Okay. The second option was there's a half marathon and 5K called the Margarita Half Marathon, and that's in May. I've never heard of it, but it's under the same umbrella of, I think they're called Calibrate or something. So they were offering to transfer your bib to that race. Okay. But for me, like, I have a ton of stuff already like geared up for the year. So that's not really an option. I didn't really want to go there. Yeah. And then the third option was they take a portion of your entry fee and they donate it to charity in like Portsmouth or something. I don't know where. So but
you don't get the rest of it back.
No.
They donate a little bit and then they keep all of your money.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
how is no money back an option?
Well,
not an option.
Here's what they said is they need to pay for the bibs, they need to pay for the medals and stuff like that. So all that money is already spent by the time that the race comes around. And like I can understand that. It makes sense, right? Like you're buying all these materials to put on the event and like something about like the waiver art, that you signed up that I'm sure legally they have the right to do so. Absolutely. Yeah, no, they do.
Yeah.
So it sucked. I was pretty pumped to go there. I love racing. Like I think it's really fun and it's like a good training session.
Yeah.
You never
it's easy. It's easier to go harder too when you have other people just like
and
with you.
There's some good energy at race events generally. Especially if there was going to be like usually there's at least a couple fast guys. I think in 2024 there was a guy who ran like 105 there, which is smoking fast.
Yeah. And, are there any? Is there prize money? How big of the event is it? Because
it's increased in size every year. There's no prize money.
Okay.
But they'll comp your entry for the next year if you come in the top 3. Okay. So that was a little incentive.
How much was the entry?
It was 105.
105.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, bummed that to start the kind of year like that.
Yeah. I wish they had another option. Like they could have found like some big private or like corporate parking lot, at least for like anyone who wants to come out.
Just let us run around.
Let these people run. Like they're all riled up, you know?
Sure. Yeah. No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I ended up sending them an email actually though, because I had registered, like I had specifically waited to make sure that they weren't going to cancel. So I was like, there's no way, because the snowbank, I mean, it has snowed a lot here, and I figured like the snowbanks are already pretty high. We did get that one storm on Monday last week, I think, that maybe had like, it was decent size, like 6 to 8 inches. I know like Rhode Island got hammered, but I figured after that, they didn't cancel it after that. So I was like, we're good. I sent them an email, and luckily they actually refunded me. Because
they did?
It was so close, my money wasn't spent yet. So
wow.
I got out of it. Shout out to Paul from Calibrate. I kind of feel bad now because like I do know people that or either like ran the virtual or like moved their thing, but yeah, I was able to get the refund there.
Well, you were thinking about it a little bit, so they hadn't spent your money yet.
Yeah.
It was still in the banks. But yeah, all around I'm sure people were mad about it. So, but tell me, you were going to go do an effort? Kind of like a solo, not virtual, just to like test yourself?
Yeah, so I had I was talking to Clark Plummer, who
shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Clark. He and his fiance now.
Oh yeah.
Congrats, Clark.
Congrats.
They were gonna go run that marathon or half marathon too. So they mapped out a course in Londonderry. It was a little too hilly for my liking. I think I just wanted to get something like super flat and super fast.
Because you were looking to like PR, get like as fast as you could.
Yeah, no, I was planning on running like in the 111 to 113 range, which last year I ran 120.
Yeah.
So it would have been like significant and pretty fast for me.
Yeah.
But
and that Hampton course is flat, right? It's by the coast.
Yeah, no, it's super flat. The biggest issue there is the wind because it's coming right off the water. But I mean, last year it was very, very windy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I think 100-foot climb. There's only like 180 feet of gain in the whole course.
Okay.
Which is really, really flat.
Yeah.
It's a great course if you're looking to like PR or anything. And it's cold. It's in March. So
yeah.
I was maybe gonna go do that course with Clark, and then he sent me a file of someone who ran one in Goffstown on, I don't know. It was over by, it was basically from New Boston to Goffstown.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was,
I was gonna say the only flat in Goffstown, at least around here, is like if you lap Glen Lake, kind of. Okay. Or if you go out towards New Boston, I'm sure there's straight away.
Was like, it was like right along a river the whole time.
Yeah.
So I went out and I kind of, on Friday, I was gonna basically just do like my shakeout run, and I wanted to just like scout the area. I think that road might be like a 40-mile-an-hour road.
I know, I bike it.
Yeah,
it's fast.
And the camber of the road was kind of steep at times, so I wasn't too interested. So I had like a local route that I was planning on doing in Amherst, and it was just back and forth on the same road. Yeah. So I was gonna do 6 back and forths on the same road. And
mental strength.
Yeah, mental strength, just grinded out effort, not very fun. And I think the writing was on the wall already. Like that mentally for me was going to be really hard, but I was like, I'm just going to do it. Like what? Yeah. It doesn't matter at this point.
Because you trained, you tapered, like you just want to get it out.
I was already tapered, so I just wanted to go for it. But so I wake up, I'm committed. I wake up at 7. I take my bicarb at 7:30. So yeah, that's how you know you're in. You're like, yeah. I'm in it. And then I drank double espresso like 45 minutes before, and I was ready to go. But then we had this like weird. I was looking at the weather pretty closely. It didn't say it was gonna snow, but we had this weird like snow squall that came through, and it just made outside look treacherous. Kind of, it was enough that the snow was heavy enough that it like coated the road. And so that kind of threw me for a loop, and I'm like, oh my God. Like I've run through I've done most of my workouts on just like snowy, slushy, icy roads like, the whole time, and it's just not fun, especially when you're running fast. It's really hard to run fast. So I was at the last moment, I changed it. I was like, I'm gonna go run on the treadmill. It's not gonna be real. Don't care. Just want the effort.
Yeah, you're just trying to get out. You're shaking, by the way.
Yeah.
Like cracked out on caffeine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like going crazy just because I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait. Like I had already done all my like race prep stuff. So I thought you said I was shaking right now. I was like, no. I might be, dude. This hit a chord in me. But
no, because when I go to do workouts and I like it's like a big workout, I psych myself up. If you do bicarb caffeine, I'll get there. If I like forget my shoes or something, it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do right now? I can't even move.
And I don't use caffeine outside of my training.
Yeah, me neither.
So when I use it, it's like, I'm on the verge of a panic attack. Yeah, like I might be like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So I throw all my shit in the car. Can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
I throw all my shit in the car and I go to the Y, and I have this treadmill I really like there.
The Y Merrimack?
Nashua.
Oh, Nashua.
Yeah, it's like facing the glass, so I can like look outside.
Pretend you're out there.
Yeah, I pretend I'm out there, and it was still snowing pretty hard at this point, so I was like, I made a good decision. And I hop on the treadmill and put it to 5:19 pace. I think it was like 11.3 miles an hour, 1%. And I was like, I'm just going to do it on here. It'll be okay. And I intentionally set it a little faster because I knew it's just easier on a treadmill.
Yeah, I don't do too much fast stuff on like a flat grade, but I don't know. I'm not a treadmill person, so I don't I don't know how it translates. It's different.
It's definitely different.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not too into the treadmill stuff either, unless it's like I like doing uphill stuff.
Uphill, I should say. I do a ton of uphill tread, but I just mean like I never have done like flat workouts on a treadmill.
Right. I think I was put in that situation a lot this year just because of the snow.
Yeah.
It was tough because, I mean, we don't have, maybe like, I don't know, does St. A's have a track over here?
Do they have a track? And I run through there a lot, but I don't think they have a track now.
Because a lot of the outdoor tracks here don't get plowed.
Yeah.
They just don't, like, nobody's using them. So.
The closest one is down the Barnes Park at Goff Sound, which in the winter I don't really go to. And then, I don't know. Manchester West might.
Okay.
But
yeah, that's a bit far from me. Yeah. But,
So you anyway, there's no good track nearby.
Yeah, there's no good track. So I was relegated to the treadmill, and had been running on it.
So what do they say? Is the 1% supposed to equalize everything?
Yeah. So generally what I do is if it's like, I know this treadmill pretty well because I've done a lot of workouts on it. But, generally what I do is I hop on, and whatever I do my easy runs between like 7:30 pace, and I know like what my heart rate is. So
outside or inside?
Both. So like I know what it is outside. Like if I'm running like 7:15 pace, my heart rate's like 135.
Mm-hmm.
So I hop on the treadmill and I just increase the grade until I get 7:15 pace around 135 heart rate. So I'm like kind of calibrating it so that the effort's like as 1-to-1 as you can get. It's still different.
Yeah. So you keep the speed and then you use the incline to find like where it matches up. That's interesting because I just go on there and I just like whatever zone I want to be in, I just get there and just keep it in whatever. Yeah. It's crazy the variation of
it's bad.
Dude, it's insane.
When you start doing that though, when you start calibrating for everyone, you're like, it's not even comparable. Like treadmill, it's way different. Some of them I'm like up at 2.5%, and I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I work out at like the little clubhouse. I have a gym, the Y membership, the Planet Fitness, and I like when I travel, just like fine. It is crazy.
Yeah. Variation. So I did that. I'm on my preferred treadmill, which is nice. And 10 minutes in, I was feeling pretty good. I had like a good playlist going.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like locked into like the metronome, like of just running like that, and the treadmill starts decreasing speed like rapidly.
Is it showing up like the numbers going down?
The numbers going down.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm watching it. It's going down, and I'm like, oh, I'm like panicking at this point.
Are you
like,
trying to bump it back up?
I'm just hitting the screen, but I had put the screen lock on because it like sometimes my sweat will make it do that, but I had the screen lock on. So
what's a screen lock?
It's like if it's a touch screen,
oh, I see.
It's so that your sweat doesn't make it go up or down or like change any settings you have on.
When you touch it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I locked the screen and everything. So I was like, it can't be my sweat because the screen's locked. So it overheated.
It overheated.
Yeah. So I basically, I slowed down all the way to 0 and locked up, and the screen was completely frozen. So
the screen was you broke the treadmill.
I think so. I mean, it'll probably be okay.
Yeah,
but
maybe
once they get in there and like revamp it. But I
so
hopped,
what'd you do?
Yeah, I hopped to the treadmill.
Oh, you went to the next one.
Yeah. And I lost like 3 minutes in between just trying to mess with it and see what I could do. But at this point, like mentally, I was just like, something's going on here that I was not meant to say. So I ran a 5K. I got 1.86 miles in like 10 minutes and 3 seconds. And then I hopped over. I ran a 5K in 16:12. And like I was fried after that. I was like, this is I'm completely
you're
done. So I think I might have run another mile after that. I took like a break and then I was just like,
jeez. So you really
it's a long way of explaining that everything went wrong.
Yeah. Damn. That's crazy that it just like automatically came down. I guess if it's over, did it have a warning or anything?
It didn't have a warning. Nothing came up. I do like after when I was changing my shoes on the treadmill that I was on, I sat down on the belt and it was like it felt like it was burning my butt. It was just like that hot. So I don't know. It could be that they're just like overdue for service. I mean, they're fairly old in the Nashua Y. They did get some new ones actually, but they're like they almost look like, you know what a Woodway treadmill is?
Woodway? No, I don't think
like,
so.
It has like those I think they're called slatted. It looks like a tank.
I seen them.
The arm or the tracks on a tank.
Yeah.
So
that's what it was.
No, that's not what it was. But they did get some new ones there, so maybe.
Maybe those are can handle your speed.
Yeah, maybe.
I remember this. Mike King told me he had a big workout once. Like I think he was prepping for maybe Mount Washington or something. But in the middle of the workout, his treadmill at home just broke. It just like came off a hinge or whatever, just broke, and he just was like, because honestly, dude, when I'm, sometimes like some of the machines, like after 20 minutes or 30, it just stops or like it forces a cooldown.
Forces
that will just irritate me. When I have to restart and boot the whole thing up. So
absolutely,
as soon as that happened, you were probably like,
mentally I was checked out. I was like, it doesn't even matter anymore. Like if I were to keep running, there's like a 3-minute gap there. What does it even mean? Who cares?
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You send in a Strava file, for your medal, and it's just like disjunted. This is from multiple treadmills. This is for multiple. I broke some things.
Yeah.
You guys did this to me.
Yeah.
Give me my medal.
You brought me here.
Yeah. Damn. Well, that's unfortunate. So, are you gonna give it another go like next weekend, or you're just moved on from the half marathon?
I think I'm probably moved on from like the road stuff, but I'm definitely gonna start. I'm gonna start sending some segments. I think.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited to
it's always fun.
Get back on the trails. Yeah, we were just talking about that. There's still enough snow down that I think a lot of the trails are probably going to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Maybe though we get some rain. I don't know. I was looking at the end of the week and it looks like there's some rain on the way. So
yeah, we'll see how the trails fare. Yeah, I went out at the Unpacking this weekend and it was kind of punchy. It was I went after the one warm day, but then like it was already felt like it was like kind of like melting a little bit underneath, because usually if it warms up you pack it down nice, but like my entire foot was just like sinking in some places, not like postal, and like the whole trail was like consolidating.
Wow.
So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully we get good trail conditions, but I'm sure up north the trails are much better right now.
Yeah
Just pack it out. But it's gonna be warm after the next week.
I know. I saw 60s next week, so that'll be
beautiful.
That'll be good. Get some sun on the skin.
Yeah. Nice. Well, let's talk about some more fun things for you.
Yeah.
Because you had a crazy year last year. You did a lot of efforts. Yeah. And this is kind of like, maybe we should give the people a little bit of background. Well, we grew up in the same town, so we kind of know each other for a while.
Yeah.
But we got into running at similar times. We weren't really like chatting or communicating then, but a handful of years ago. Yep. And then you went and hiked the AT.
Yep.
Came back super fit, and you just had a crazy year yesterday. So I guess like give us your running background.
Yeah.
Anything outside of that we should know, and then maybe we go into like, how was the AT?
Yeah. So running background wise, so in high school I ran track, but I was a sprinter. Mm-hmm. So not a lot of carryover. I did run the 400, which I feel was maybe like has some like relevancy.
Yeah.
So I wasn't good I wasn't good enough for the 400 to run like the single event, but I was on the 4x4 team.
Okay, nice.
So the best time I ever threw down the 400 was like I was like a 53 to 55 guy.
Okay.
So it wasn't good enough to get the solo draw, but I was on the team.
That seems fast though. Yeah.
No, it was a decent time, but I was like the first leg. We had some really strong guys actually.
Who was on that 4x4 team?
So it was me, Jacob Myers. I'm killing that. I can't remember.
Oh no,
this is not good.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Sometimes the cameras, I just forget things. Don't worry about it.
The two other, I mean, our anchor leg was really good. Brian Janae.
Okay.
Who ended up running at UNH. He ran D1 at UNH.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think he did the decathlon.
Cool.
Yeah. So shout out Brian.
Yeah.
Going through with that. And then our anchor leg, Jacob Martin. There he is. He was one of the fastest people I've ever met in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
And like subtly, you'd never know. He really, I mean, none of us were really too psyched on being at track practice. Like we didn't do a lot, but yeah. So we had a good 4x4 team.
Nice.
But that was extensive my running in high school.
Yeah.
I mainly played football and basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I kind of always just liked sports. So I kept going, and I picked up skateboarding right after or basically like high school summer, just because I needed something to do. I need something to do at all.
Yeah.
I can't be just like sitting down and not have like an outdoor pursuit. So
yeah.
I picked up that. Turns out skateboarding is really hard.
I skateboarded when I was growing up younger. Yeah, very hard.
Turns out it's really, really hard. And
it hurts.
It hurts. The pavement's hard. I did that for like 2 years. And my girlfriend, Ingrid, who I'll refer to, I call her Grid. But
shout out.
Yeah, you know Grid. She introduced me to surfing, and that was like my first love. I was like, it was like skateboarding, but it didn't hurt. And New England actually has some decent waves, mostly in the winter, which is kind of brutal. But
where do you go? Hampton?
Mostly Hampton. When I was at UNH though, so like this is now college, it was super easy. I had like a 30-minute drive to the beach, so I would go all the time. Surfed a ton for like 4 years. I actually ended up studying abroad in Australia, and that kind of like launched me into like the surf scene. So yeah, I got really into it for a long time, and still go surfing every now and then again when there's good waves. So,
yeah, nice. That must have been crazy going to Australia. That's like one of the places to do it, right?
Oh yeah, no, it was amazing. I had I met a like a good group there that. Like they had a car, so that was basically they had a car.
They were awesome, and they also could transport me.
They transported me to like all up and down the East Coast, and
that's cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience. But then when I graduated college, I moved to Delaware so that Ingrid could go get her master's at the University of Delaware. So that was kind of tough because I was now an hour and a half from the beach, and the like surfing's really finicky, especially on the East Coast, because the conditions kind of determine what you can and can't do.
Yeah.
I tried it a couple times to like make things work, but every time I drove, it was like the conditions were iffy, and I just like kind of got burnt out of it, because it's like you drive an hour, you're driving 3 hours round trip, and to not even be able to like have a good session is just not worth it. So I got into running.
I can run anywhere. Yeah.
I basically was like, yeah, I could run anywhere. They have some actual decent trails in Delaware. Like there's not a lot of areas to run, but mainly I was running on roads, and then it kind of just took off from there. I got super into like training theory and stuff like that. I was paying attention to a lot of like, I don't know, like scientific journals that came out, and I think more into that than the running itself.
Interesting. Yeah.
I was like really reading a lot about it, and now I'm training a lot more a lot more than I was then.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's cool. I will say you've made, and this is like something I want to talk about. Like I feel like we talk about this a lot. I feel like we have similar training styles. We're very kind of like by the book. Or not. We're trying to get as fit as possible. Essentially, we're training for like peak performance instead of just like, I don't know, like leisurely going on trails all the time or whatever. And like, dude, you've gotten so fit over the last, like, you're just extremely fit now. And like thinking that you only started running a handful of years ago.
Yeah.
Obviously, your training is good. Like you're doing something very right.
Yeah, for sure.
How much do you think the AT helped? Like, because you were road running in Delaware before, and then a couple of years ago you did the AT.
Yeah.
I think you were telling me you came back, you're like, dude, I just feel really fit.
Yeah.
Do you think that like, I always am thinking like, if you want to get into endurance sports and you want to build a good base, should I just tell people to go hike the AT? Like, do you think it like pushed you ahead, or really just got you into the sport, like fitness wise? Like, I don't know, how did the AT transform your fitness, your training, and like what was that like?
Well, I think the first thing is it is so much base that it's like I think I made up probably like 3 years worth of training in the context that I am right now. So like with a full-time job and like just I don't know, like around 8 hours a week. Like I hiked the trail with Ingrid, and so the pace was a lot. Like we were going at her pace, and so it was a lot slower. We did it in 5 months, which is not slow by any means, but I think that sets like your body just becomes so durable, and you are spending so much time just I don't know, I guess doing aerobic exercise. Like
easy aerobic.
It cannot be understated. Like it's just a lot of time on feet. So when I came back, I had pre-AT Ryan, I was like, I really only trained like 4 hours a week, and it was very inconsistent. Like I wasn't as into it as I am now. But I think the biggest thing it did was I haven't like had any small injuries or even any big injuries. Like I think that constant stress just transforms your body in a way that
toughens it up.
Yeah, you're just carrying a 20-pound backpack for 5 months over really brutal terrain. So I think that's the biggest thing it's done for me, is just allow me to train the way I want to.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, so you didn't get any injuries on that. I think I've asked you this before, but on the AT, no injuries, like no problems.
Yeah, no problems.
Yeah.
I really, like, the main thing was like my feet, but after about a month, that kind of all went away. It was just like the constant pounding. Like I had some, like the bottom of my feet would get these like, I don't know. It was like under the skin, but like almost like broken blood vessels, just from the constant walking.
Yeah.
But that went away after a month, and
yeah. No, that's awesome.
In good sense.
Yeah, I mean, if you can just train consistently and just keep getting faster, I think it's just I think just not training is one of the biggest roadblocks for most people. Is
Definitely.
just if you can keep training, you're probably going to keep getting fitter if you're following some sort of structured program.
Yeah.
So what year was that? What year was the AT?
2024.
2024.
Yeah.
Okay. And then last year, let me see if I can remember. I had some written down.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do much research.
Yeah,
because
I think I can recall them. But
yeah, but let me see if I can get them.
Yeah.
So you did a DIY 50 miler from Amherst to Durham.
Yep.
I remember that was the winter, right?
Yep.
Then you did the Hampton half.
Yep.
120. Was the next a gravel, Overland gravel? Was that your next big race? Threw down on some
the Pemi.
The Pemi.
Yeah, the Pemi.
Okay, the Pemi. Yeah. Sub 7 Pemi. And then the Overland gravel race.
Yep.
With some strong bikers.
Yep.
Blackout. Strong race for you. Took a wait, was there one other thing?
I'm thinking. I don't think so. I think that was
okay.
Oh,
the throwdown.
Throwdown.
Boott Spur throwdown. Yeah. Top 10.
Yep.
And then the blackout where you took a wrong turn, would have ran much faster.
Speaking of wrong turn, on the topic,
I was following the pacing car.
Yeah, I was following the pacing car at blackout, and
yeah. And then you ran a sub 16 5K.
Yeah, turkey trot. Yep.
So that's just that's a ton of racing, huge year.
Yeah.
Did you know you were gonna race that much going into it?
No, I had no structure.
Yeah. You just were picking them off, or I still feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I just one from another. Coming off the AT, I had a lot of motivation. I felt like I just wanted to see what I was capable of, sort of thing. And so one after another, I the motivation never really burned out. So I just kept going after efforts, which was really fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the one, the first one, the Amherst to Durham.
Yep.
This was a 50-mile fun run for you, road run. You did a sub 9-minute pace, right? What was the total time for that?
It was 6:48.
6:48.
So I think it was 8:30 pace was the running, and then elapsed was 8:40.
Okay.
So
yeah.
It was.
Do you want to talk about this passion project? Because this is not a race, folks.
Yeah. So the backstory is in 2017, we're just messing around in my friend Brock's neighborhood, and it's I won't dox his neighborhood, but
I just learned what doxing is.
It's basically just a 1 mile circle, and so I was like, guys, I'm gonna run around this as fast as I can, time in my mile. And I don't know what I wish I knew what the time was, but I remember they timed me, and I looked at my time, and I was like, I could run from here to UNH. I could do it. And they were telling me dude, there's no way. There's no way. And at the time I thought it was 37 miles.
Okay.
So.
But you were just I'm wicked fast right now. I ran 1 mile, guys. I can do 30.
And it didn't. I was like, that didn't hurt that bad. That's times 37.
Oh, okay.
That bad. But I had never run over. I mean, I probably had never run over 2 miles in my life at that point. I was.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I was just being arrogant and stupid.
Yeah. Oh, this was back in the day.
Yeah, way back in the day. So I was like, I'll never have to do that. So now that I had come off the AT, I had all this base. I was like. I put together a block, and it went well. Mm-hmm. I ran, I think I had 3 50-mile weeks, which for me was a lot.
Yeah, and that's good.
I went and ran, I put this together on I had a spreadsheet and everything, and Ingrid came out and was my crew. So she met me 4 times across the effort. I had a friend come out and pace me too, Joe Aikman, who, known for a really long time. And yeah, it went way better than I could have expected. I didn't hurt at all during it and didn't have any issues. So
that's crazy. Your first ultra, that is not the typical experience for your first ultra.
Yeah, and straight roads too the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, that was the one thing I was like, damn, you really want to do this whole thing on roads?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's a super strong effort.
Yeah, I was really proud of myself after it. I couldn't believe how much it didn't hurt, and I don't think that's normal to. I mean, for maybe coming off the AT is where that comes from, but I think for most people, that's probably not their first experience.
No, I think I definitely think not.
Yeah.
Did you pace it good? Do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
ate enough?
I didn't really fade too much. I think by the end of it, I was running like 8:45 pace.
Yeah.
And I started around like 8:15. So
Yeah.
I had like a very controlled fade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's crazy. And so you bounce back quick too. Like I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like a week after I did a little biking. I had just gotten Zwift in my basement, so I was pretty excited to like get it. I was like, I can't wait to just ride my bike in the basement.
Yeah.
So I did that for a week, and then I bounced back and started training for the Hampton half. And I think I was talking to you after, and you don't know this, but this is good.
Ooh.
My goal initially was to run 125 at that race. And I think you may have been like debating it at one point. Like you were like looking around for some races. And I think you told me, you're like, yeah, I was maybe planning to go there. If I go there, I'm going to try and run 120.
Yeah.
And I heard that and I was like, dude, I have to run 120.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Because you have already like run so many races or like ultra races.
Yeah.
I was like,
a few ultras.
I was like, I'm going to try and see where my fitness is compared to Andrew, because I clearly, like, you wouldn't have said that if you didn't know you had like a chance of going for it. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go after it. And I'm gonna see if I can run 120.
Let's go.
And that kind of, I'm happy I did, because clearly I was capable of it. But like, had you not said that, and had I not been like a little crazy in my head, I wouldn't have gone for it. So,
you heard it here, folks.
Yeah. So,
no, that's awesome. Yeah, I forget what I wanted to do just to like get more road running. Like that was just something I hadn't been doing a lot of, and I was really, I mean, still like I'm trying to get faster on the roads and just speed and not like only do trails. Yeah. I forget what came up. Yeah, I didn't end up doing that, but yeah, that was definitely something on my radar. And now I'm a little bit like, I'd be more interested in seeing what I can do in the 5K. Like a half marathon doesn't sound as fun.
No, definitely not as fun.
But yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah. Maybe not though.
Yeah, maybe not. Just stick to trails.
I was reading the history of this race.
Yeah.
Past years it's been fine, but like apparently it's been canceled all over the place, just because I mean, a race in March in New Hampshire is not good. But
still though.
Yeah.
They should have backup plans. Don't take my money.
Yeah. So Andrew motivated me to go for 120.
Let's go.
Ran 120
nice.
in like 19 seconds. So I barely missed it.
Yeah. Close.
Yeah. Close enough.
And then then sub 7 Pemi.
Yeah, went into the Pemi after that. And really, I think I dove into trails, running on the local mountains we have here. So like the INQUIRES.
Yeah.
I don't know if we call them mountains or hills, but
yeah,
little,
small mountains.
Yeah, small mountains.
Yeah,
but really punchy and like really, I think, good training for like the whites in general.
Yeah. There's
like a lot of like technical climbs there, like white dot. I don't know. I feel like they translate well.
Yeah.
So, I did that for about 3 months. I was kind of mixing that with road training. So I would go to the Unks like probably 1 to 2 times per week, and then the rest was roads. In hindsight, probably could have used a lot more like just training vert.
Yeah.
Like I averaged like 5,000 to 6,000 feet. And then went straight into the Pemi. Ran it on July 4th.
Yeah.
I was already up there anyway, and I kind of I don't know. I just didn't have a lot of opportunities. Like I had a lot of weekends booked that summer. So I took advantage of being up there.
Yeah.
And ran it. It went pretty good, I would say.
What was it? Final time 6?
I think it was 6:39.
39.
Yeah.
Yeah. So well under 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely suffered a lot in the back half of the effort.
So you went counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Yep. Counterclockwise crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started I made like a ton of like errors. I started at like 4 a.m. and didn't.
I remember you telling me that.
I started at 4 a.m. because we were up there with friends.
Yeah.
Joe Gregorio and his girlfriend. We were meeting them up there, and I just didn't want to like ruin everyone's plans. So I was like, I'm gonna start early and just get it done with, and then maybe I'll be like able to rally and have a good day.
Yeah.
So I started at 4 a.m., but I didn't bring a headlamp. And so the first hour, and I think the sun rose at like 5:20 15 maybe.
Yeah.
The first hour 15, it was just like pitch black, and the trees. I remember I could see that there was light, but it just wasn't hitting the trail.
Yeah.
So that was super frustrating, and I was kicking myself for that. But
it seems like a no-brainer. Go out in the middle of the night, bring a light. God, this is like some AT talk. Like, I'm sure on the AT, a lot of people like, because when you spend a lot of time in the woods at night, you do realize that you don't need a light a lot of the times. Like if it's clear skies and you get a little bit of moonlight and you just wait a little bit, your eyes do adjust.
Definitely, yeah.
But not for running fast, like for an effort, you know what I mean?
No, I rolled my ankles a lot, and I was tripping over myself. But once I got on top of Boncliffe, it turned into like a really nice day.
Yeah.
I could see, like, it was completely clear. Shortly after that, I think running the ridge between that and North Twin, or no, yeah, South Twin.
South Twin.
Yeah. It just turned into a rainforest. So, the whole day it was just like full of mud, and I know for at least the Garfield Ridge, like it's always like that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. But like all the rocks were wet, and I was just slipping. The whole time, coming down the Osseo Trail too, I just kept like slipping in the mud and like falling, and at that point I was cramping up really bad too.
Yeah.
So every time I fell, it was like something else would go off.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking back on it, it was awesome.
Yeah. No, it's I remember, because you didn't like you started out more as a road runner.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of roads, but so this was like one of your first big trail efforts.
Yep.
Like that's still an awesome like top 10 counterclockwise.
Yeah,
that is no joke.
It used to be top 10, because then after it was like, I feel like everyone.
Oh no, you got kicked out?
Oh, big time. Yeah,
really?
I think it went to like 15th or something.
David Sinclair, for
David
sure.
Sinclair. There was Matt Chorney, maybe.
Matt Chorney, he didn't went counterclockwise?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other one was Brian Brennan.
Okay. Don't know his name, but.
Yeah, but there was 2 other people that ran it that year.
Yeah.
Or last year. And
yeah.
So.
Hey, it happened. Still a great time, though.
Got a lot of attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll definitely go back at some point. I would love to get that under 6 hours. So.
Yeah.
Maybe not this year, but.
Well, Lincoln Woods road closure probably can't unless you get it in early.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then end of the year, so you did the throwdown, the White Spur, but then a sub 16 5K. That is legit.
Yeah.
That is fast.
Yeah, short course though. So
don't tell the people that. We're gonna lead off with sub 16 5K. And don't talk about the course.
Yeah. Just local 5K. It was the Merrimack Turkey Trot. So I grew up in Merrimack, like literally right down the road from it.
Fellow Merrimackian. Yeah.
Right down the road from it. I ran the race when I was like 12.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
My mom has a picture of it, and we were looking like the night before, we were looking everywhere for the results.
Yeah.
Wanted to see what my time
couldn't
was.
find it?
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
That's funny.
And I came in second. The kid in first, I think. He runs for like Connecticut College or something like that.
You'd sent me his profile.
Yeah.
I just looked at it quick. I don't remember his name.
But
yeah,
he outkicked me in the end.
Yeah, outkicked
Sucks.
you. Still fast. Yeah, sucks. Yeah. Probably, at the end, when you're just redlining, there's nothing you can do to go faster. Like,
Yeah.
That's so that course, it wasn't exactly the course that we did, but I remember in middle school, I did a year and a half of cross country.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was actually like the only running that I had done until after college. It was like training for basketball. I remember like Austin Franson and Big Joe Calabro were like, we do it to get in shape. I was like, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
So I did the cross country. Had actually like a decent year, like had a good time with it 7th grade. But I remember to start, like it was tryouts or whatever it was, the first practice or tryouts. You did a couple miles. I don't know how the distance was, but it was like an all-out time trial. You go down to the stoplights, and then you run back up to the middle school, and you finish up at the fields at the top of the thing.
Oh, man.
And I remember getting down on the stoplight, turning around. Like, I didn't know pacing or anything. Like, I was just getting into running, and it's just Matt Brewster ahead of me. And I see him up in the distance. He was in 8th grade. He was a year older, so he was faster. And I'm like running, trying to catch up to him. And I see like up up ahead, he stops for a little bit. I was like, oh man. So I was like, I am not stopping. I will go slower, but I will not stop. And I would like kind of get up to him, then he'd turn around, look back, and he would start going again.
Oh,
so we did this a few times, but I'm trucking. I'm going slower, but I will not stop. I will not allow myself to stop. I get up to the top of the thing. He had won, and I get up and I just throw up everything I'd eaten all day. And the coach, Mr. Babin, had to call my mom and be like, he needs like saltines.
It was Mr. Babin.
Mr. Babin was the coach. Man. Yeah. So I get up and that was my first. I time trialed at the middle school and I just vomited everywhere.
Beautiful.
And then at the end of like the next like 3 races, the whole team would always be like, Andrew, are you okay? Are you gonna vomit? Do you need crackers? I'd be like, guys, it was one time. Yeah. But I was going hard. But so maybe I kind of want to do that trot one day.
Yeah,
the Merrimack trot.
It's a good course. Like it starts. I mean, the bad part about it is you finish on that like it's a slight uphill.
Yeah,
but it's like some good rolling hills. So it's like a true 5K
road. Yeah, road course.
Yeah, like about 100 feet of gain, I think. So,
yeah, nice. No, that's sweet. Yeah, I wanna. I don't know. Maybe this spring I'll like time trial a 5K on track or something.
Track would be great.
Yeah, probably just do it to get the fastest time. Feel good.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I haven't been on the track in a while. I need to get on there. Working towards it though. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to flat track work.
Let's go.
Yeah. I wanted to talk some training stuff too. I know we touched on it. Like, give us like your training philosophy, kind of like how you train. I know you still do a lot of roads. Mm-hmm. What do you think about when you are just trying to get faster? Like, what are the main points you think? This is a broad topic too.
Yeah,
no pressure.
I think the first everything I do really is just to optimize velocity. So like, I just think about everything I do needs to be so I'm getting faster. Yeah. And then that's like kind of the short-term view. And then like long-term, just continue developing aerobically. Yeah. So in training, what that looks like is, I mean, a lot of this too, I've taken from the SWAT podcast, like David Roach and Megan, which, I mean, they're just like the best resource to have. All of this. Yeah,
I love listening to them. I think, they're like top notch on top of everything. I remember, I think after the half marathon in the office last year, you had said something like, I was like, oh, what did you eat? And you were like, I think I ate, you were like, I was doing 100 carbs an hour. Yeah. I was eating cis beta fuel, this, and then something else. I was like, dude, you're a David Roach guy for sure.
I had the stat going.
Yeah.
Like, but like I didn't know anything coming off the AT in terms of like fueling. Yeah. I had used like I used Martin like way back when, which I had gotten mainly from like following Gustav Eden, Christian Blumenfeld, like those triathletes. So but yeah, I think the Martin gels, they're just like hard to get down after a while.
Yeah, I don't think they're pleasant at all.
So yeah. I heard about those gels from David and Megan Roach, and I was just like, oh, these are way better. Yeah. So I've been using those.
Yeah, those goes down good. I had them on the Lodge to Dodge, which you paced me at that.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Huge help there. But yeah, I like the cis ones are good. And then the other one, I like the precision. Anything like that texture is good, that you just kind of like the Morton, it's like chewy. Yeah. Almost. Yeah.
Yeah. I do like their drink mixes, but from a training perspective, to go back to the original question, I think it's just like a lot of strides. Always doing, like every week I have a workout. It's usually Tuesday, sometimes it's Wednesday. Yeah. And then on Saturdays when I'm doing like roadblocks, it'll be a like longer run with some like work in it. So that'll be like my second workout of the week. Yeah. And then if I'm doing trails, that'll be like, depending on how close I am, it's just like a longer run. Yeah. But I'm still very low volume, I would say, compared to like the level that I'm running at now and like the people that I would or am competing with. I average like probably 7 hours a week. And then but I'm trying to get that up this year. Definitely realizing like that I just need more aerobic volume just to continue to improve. So but definitely fast on the roads. getting faster on the trails. And I think the most interesting part being in New England right now is New England has some interesting terrain that's really challenging for like making road training work for the White Mountains.
Yeah.
That's like it's an interesting equation. Like I think if you're out west, like it's almost 1-to-1. Like you can just go straight from being really fast on the roads,
Yeah.
and you're flying up hills, flying down hills. But last year I really struggled making that connection because the technicality of the terrain.
Yeah.
Like you're taking big steps, you're taking small steps, and it's not like running economy out the window.
It's almost like not running. I think this is like, I think for a while I train like it, I went through when I first got into the sport, I had some overuse injuries that I would always be working through. And then when I started training seriously, I had big issues, and then I hadn't had those issues, but I've had like the ankle that I'm dealing with. I've had a few things, and it's kind of like basically steered me away from just like trying to get road volume up or like mileage volume.
Yeah.
And I've cross-trained a ton of stairs, a ton of bike, like pulling sleds backwards, elliptical. Like I cross-trained a ton, and it's worked very well for me. And I think if people like saw, especially I was training like a year or two ago, they would be like, this guy can't even run, like, or whatever. But in the White Mountains, it actually works.
Yeah.
Because like what you're saying is like, you don't even need that good of running economy most of the time, because it's just like jumping down to different objects.
Seriously,
or
yeah.
stepping up most of the time.
Yeah.
So it's like a different way to train. And obviously fitness, the fitter you are, the better off you're going to be. But it definitely is very specific.
Yeah. I think that's where I got that's where I had the most challenges. Like at Blackout, I was very comfortable running up those ski hills. Yeah, it was just like this. I mean, I was running like I think I had like a 6-minute gap on those, on like the whole course, which was, I mean, I felt like I was flying the whole time.
Yeah.
And yeah, you go to the Whites and it's like, I feel like running a 7-minute gap in the Whites is insane.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, it is.
Even on the Boott Spur climb, like David Sinclair's gap was like 6:26.
Yeah.
So it's
best in the world.
And so it's a whole different equation.
Yeah.
And I mean it's cool because I'm really interested in that equation. Like I'm like doing all these different things to try and make it work. Like you got like I'm on the stair climber now with like a weighted vest sometimes doing that stuff. And I'm excited this year because I think I started to figure it out towards the end of last year. But this year I think it'll go a lot better.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I love training for the Whites. Yeah, and some super fast people just come out here and just don't like running on rocks like this, and they're just like just don't, they can't run fast out here.
Yeah.
Which is, I just hide in the mountains. You get less elites out here. But
it's true,
yeah. No, it is true. No, I love running out in the Whites, so it's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any what are your kind of efforts you're thinking about this year?
Well, so
I know the one big one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to Cirque Series Cannon in June. That's I don't have anything before that. There is a couple things that I'm looking at, and I really wanted to get a 50K effort because I'm going to Grindstone in September.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get a longer effort in, but I have a couple weddings similar to you last year. Like I have all these like little things that are popping up like weekends. So I think that becomes really challenging. I don't want to burn myself out and like be trying to train for these and like trying to bring my best, but also having to travel to weddings and like do all this other stuff. So I might just keep it local for the next couple months and do some uphills. I know we got I think the throwdowns, do they start in May?
I think May. Last year the first one was May.
Yeah, I'm hoping, so I'll definitely do those this year. That's for sure. I'm going to try and get in all of those. And then so Cirque Series Cannon will be my first race. Then I have the Overland, not the bike race this year, but the run.
Run.
So last year I did the bike race, was super fun. But I'll definitely be better suited to the run race, and that's good because it's 15 miles and I think like 2,500 feet of climbing, so it's exactly half of Grindstone.
Okay, perfect.
Which is like a nice. I think I'll be able to feel out the effort really well there. I don't think Grindstone has too many long climbs. It's probably more like, I think there's like one main climb and then the rest of it's like some punchy sections. So, I don't know. It'll be a good test of effort, and then Grindstone in September is the one that I'm trying to really show up for, and we'll see how that goes, right?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting, but I'd love to. I don't know. I think it's the top 3 get a spot into CCC.
Yeah, I think so.
Or OCC.
Is it
OCC
for the 50K? Yeah.
So
snag your bib, boy.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm on that level of fitness with like. It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like they're getting like the top elites at Grindstone.
Yeah.
But there are some very, very fast guys that go there.
Yeah.
I think Dan Kurtz went there one year.
It depends on the year.
Right. It depends on the year. So we'll see who shows up. Could get smoked. I could be running with the leaders. So yeah, we'll see.
Fine. Let's find. Excited to find out.
Yeah, definitely excited to find out.
Nobody to talk it up. We don't need anyone crazy entering this race this year.
Yeah, I know. I just want to get my bib to OCC.
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Let me get it.
No, that'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you definitely have a good chance. I mean, you're really fit. Keep at it. Keep getting faster. Yeah, that's the plan. What time is it right now? I don't want to take your whole.
It's 6:10. I don't know how long we're talking. I don't care though.
No, I was gonna say there's a few more topics that I want to talk about. Like I was telling Ryan, like Ryan's gonna come on definitely more in the future.
Yeah.
Just because nearby.
Yep.
Talking the same stuff, but we got into a little texting conversation about food the other day.
Oh
So I wanted to talk about the food, like how you think about it, because this is something that like I go back and forth on a little bit. Obviously, I mean, it depends where you are in your training, what kind of volume, but like eating enough food is always the most important aspect. But then we were talking about like whole foods versus processed foods and how that like affects, how you look at it in your training. And I think the way that I kind of really look at it, like I really try to eat clean and healthy, like a lot of the meals, like the main, outside of my running. But there are some times where it's like I can't eat enough fruit, vegetables, whole foods to satisfy me, and we just binge out a little bit, right? So like, and you were saying that like you think processed food is like, if you are training hard, throw a little bit of that in, it's not going to kill you. Like just make sure you're getting your calories. Yeah. And you were saying what coaches like process or eat. What was the saying you texted me?
Oh, eat well.
Eat well. So overeating well.
Yeah. Meaning just. That's Connor Mance. It's Ed Eyestone. So Connor Mance and Clayton Young's coach. Who are obviously the 2 best marathoners we have. Yeah. And basically all that means is eat whatever you want and then eat well. Yeah. So I kind of just, I think the way I structure it, I have 3 meals that I eat every day that are homemade. They're good meals. Like, they're not like processed or anything. Yeah. And then I have snacks, which I don't know. It's very varied from day to day, I would say. I mean, I eat a lot of fruit, but around trading and stuff like that, it's just whenever I'm like hungry or craving something, I give in every time. That's just how it goes. Because it's just the more you can eat, the more you can train. Yeah. Sort of thing. I mean, there's guys like Christian Blumenfeld who are walking around with bottles of Coke. Yeah. And he's in a very extreme example. I don't think he's relatable to even us because he's training like 40 hours a week. Yeah. But
I think, that's the thing, like the training intensity. Because like for me, the way that I think of like when I can eat junk food, an hour before the run, during a run, and like an hour and after the run, go crazy. Like you need to be fueled and you need to restore glycogen. Like that's just like sugary stuff. So like treats, whatever I'm like pretty lenient on. And then outside of that, yeah, like my meals all like whole foods, fruit, vegetables, like just meat, potatoes, rice, like that kind of thing. But I do eat like a lot of carbs. But I think when I step up my training, and this is like the big thing too, because I think there's a lot of like just eat whatever, eat a ton. Only you, if you're eating a lot, just make sure you're training a lot. Because I think there are a lot of people that will go for like, whatever run.
Yeah.
And then they just eat like one donut and then they just like, that's all the calories they burn. And it's like, all right, wait, you need to be exercising a ton.
Yeah. I think there's definitely like a threshold to where, I don't know, like generally I feel like if you're training less than 5 hours a week, you probably don't need to be like aggressively eating junk food.
I agree.
Because like that's a normal amount of exercise for anyone. Like you're on 5 days and like even if they're like walks or something like that, like you're not like just eat what you want. But at the same time, like once you step up and you're training like 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a week, I find that it's just really hard to get in the calories you need to sustain yourself without eating processed food. So I would say my approach is definitely around training. So like pre-run, I think my fuel is usually either Oreos or Fig Newtons.
Yep. Love time. Oreos.
I get out I train in the afternoon, so when I get out of work, I eat either 4 Oreos or 4 Fig Newtons. And an Arizona iced tea, and I'll just like drink that before I run or train. And then after, I don't really prioritize like anything. So I usually just eat dinner after.
Yeah, dinner.
But sometimes I'll have a protein shake, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then sometimes, like I was telling you this, I'll eat like 10 cookies after dinner or something like that. Like my mom will make like banana bread bites or something like that, and I'll just eat 10 of them.
Yeah.
And I just take that as like I've been underfueling the days before.
Yeah.
And my body's just making up for it.
When you have that craving, that is actually what it is.
Like I think so too. Yeah.
There's a little bit of self-control, which I think both
definitely.
of us probably I struggle with for sure. Like, so if I have a bag of something, I just need to eat the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think that is like your body. The one thing too that when I'm doing bigger volume, or especially when I do doubles, like I love doubles. I don't know if you do doubles a lot. I love doubles.
I can't right now because of my schedule, but
you don't go in the morning.
If I was able to, I probably would. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, when I'm doing big volume and I have like a double that I need, I have to run another hour in the evening, it feels like I'm just for hours just eating, snacking to make sure I have enough fuel to not bonk during the double.
No, I can imagine.
It really is just like you just got to eat more than you think you need.
Yeah.
And yeah, as if you're bonking during runs or if you're having like extreme cravings, you're probably just like not eating enough. So yeah, focus on whole foods, and then after that, just like make sure you're definitely eating enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting you don't like doubles though. I feel like for me, doubles easiest way to build volume.
Well, yeah, I do think doubles are like definitely a good thing.
Yeah,
and it would be preferable to me. It's just like right now with the way everything lines up, like I don't know. I just do all my training in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I think if I was working like less and wasn't, I don't know, like life circumstances, I would probably split things up a little more.
Yeah,
because I think I would be able to get more volume. But yeah, right now it's just easier to do all my training in like one block in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So,
and your training's been good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm still getting better. So
yeah. If you're getting faster, not getting hurt, stay on that path. That's like
this is the hard part too, is because we're definitely in this sport is just you always need to do more. And I think that's if you're trying to do anything, you always are gonna think I need to do more.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's really just like staying the course is the challenge.
Yeah.
And not doing too much and overcooking yourself too early.
Yeah.
Is more valuable in the long run. Yeah,
avoiding periods of downtime.
Yeah.
Like, for whether that be burnout, injury, whatever it is. Yeah, no, I do agree. I feel like the harder parts of training for me are just like making sure you're getting good sleep so you can maintain, like making sure you're like not carrying too much stress from other things. Like you really are just like making sure that every week I can put in solid training.
Yeah. Sleep's a big part of it too.
Yeah. Do you track your sleep? I just started tracking my sleep.
Really? You just started?
Yeah, I just started.
No, I've been tracking it for a bit, but last year my old watch broke and I got Phoenix. So like I get sleep scores every night, which I've been wearing it to bed, and previously I hadn't, just because it would tell me how long I sleep and not like the quality of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been interesting to look at that.
I've been getting all the data.
Yeah. No, all the data. I love the data. I can't get enough.
See, for a long time I didn't want to see the data because I didn't want to know like if I was just having bad sleeps, and like I didn't want it to play like, oh, I didn't sleep good, so I can't get the run in the one day I can get a long run or a workout or whatever, that kind of thing. But I'm leaning into the data. So we'll see. I'm just trying to get it better, but it is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I tend to get like pretty good sleep scores, but there's like periods I notice that like no matter what I do, I'm just like, I don't know, it's like 75.
Yeah.
But
it is what it is. Yeah, that's like one big element I'm trying to improve here.
Yeah.
Get better sleep, get better training. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, anything else? Did we miss any highlights? Like I said, you're going to be back on, so we can just talk about things, but that was like a good background. If you don't know Ryan, get to know him, because dude's coming.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, how can people find you? And you do coaching.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I do coaching. I don't have like a website or anything up. I'm on Strava, so just my name, Ryan Fournier. I did get Instagram back, so I've been off social media for 4 years or so.
Yeah.
And I'm getting back on now because I'm realizing that it's just hard to stay in the loop with everything if you're just don't exist.
Yeah.
And also, it's been a positive and a negative.
It's a scary world out there, Ryan. We both came back this year, and it's a scary world out here.
We both struggle with it too, and it's like I am addicted to social media. I love social media, but at the same time, I need to stop. So I keep it on my laptop now, which has helped a lot. But I'm on Instagram. It's I don't even know what my handle is.
Okay,
but we'll throw that down. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on. Yeah. It was a good chat. The people will see you again soon.
Yeah.
We got to get out soon. Our weekends have lined up. You've been traveling.
Yeah, and now that I'm done road training for a bit, we can probably get back out.
We can suck them back to the trails and the mountains.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until then, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
See you.
Later.
Peace. Okay, and ending this episode with a trip report. So I did the Tripyramids yesterday, March 6th, and the trail conditions were not great. This week in the White Mountains, it's been pretty warm, and so there were a lot of reports of like, you need your snowshoes, everyone should wear snowshoes, and Friday was actually a colder day, so the trail was firm the whole way. I actually didn't even bring snowshoes because it was very firm. It was going to be cold, below freezing, and so I didn't do much post-holing. If you step off the trail, you just post-hole immediately if you're wearing snowshoes or not, but on trail, no post-holing, very firm, but the trail was extremely bumpy. Like, there must have been a bunch of people in spikes or whatever that kind of churned up the trail before it got cold, and then it froze really bumpy. So it was kind of like annoying. And but honestly, I was pleased with it. I think it's better than wearing snowshoes. I think the conditions were still good. But those were the conditions on the Tripyramids. Going up that steep section, very steep, very icy. And then in between the peaks, it actually wasn't drifted too much. Usually that section, it's very windy up there always. And the drifts are pretty deep, but there were no deep drifts. And so like I didn't even need, there was just a couple inches of fresh powder on the trail when I went out there. So even up top, there was only a couple inches, so it was fine. There was actually one I post holed a couple times, like real deep, up to the crotch, the full leg, one of those post holes, or like when you step off the trail. And one of them was in, not like a spruce trap, but like kind of like a mini spruce post hole thing. And I hit it, and it gave me flashbacks to a few years ago. I remember doing the exact same thing in the exact same location at this one trap. So this guy, I don't know how many people this person's been taken, this tree's been taken, when the snow gets deep, but be careful for that. If you went out this weekend, you just saw a massive Andrew-sized post hole. Um, so those are the trail conditions, pretty good. I mean, the trip report is just gonna be useless because this weekend it's gonna be in the 50s for a couple days. A lot of weekend traffic, it's gonna get destroyed anyway. So we'll see what stands at the end of the weekend. But the one thing I wanted to talk about, my hot take when it comes to trail conditions, a lot of people get frustrated when trails get very post-holed, which I am on board with. I don't like when trails get all post-holed. It's just it makes it slower going. I think some people overdo it a lot. Like, there are some people that will wear snow if there's a dusting, everyone should wear their snowshoes. And I am not one of those people. Like, if there's a few inches, if you're not post-holing the middle of the trail every step, you don't really need to wear snowshoes. Even if there's some drifts up top, even if it gets a little, I think, a couple post holes on trails is fine. It's not the end of the world. Um, but some people really hate post holing, and so there's this big push for always wearing snowshoes, which I get. But I think if you complain about post holes, right? If you complain about post holes, I should also never see you butt sledding down a mountain, because I think butt sledders, the people that are yippee butt sledding down the mountain at an 18% grade, they mess up the trail just as bad as post holes. If you like, there are some sections in the whites where it's just an ice luge all winter because people from the get go are butt sledding down. And maybe the bad devil on my shoulder just puts this picture in my head of somebody yelling at somebody for a postal, but then also just like yippee tongue out sliding down butt sledding. Um, and maybe this is a bad, and I'm not trying to hate because honestly, I I I won't, I guess this is me complaining about the butt sledding ice luges, but I actually don't care, like, if it's ice lugy, if it's post holy, whatever. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm cool with whatever trails. If you're gonna complain about some of the major minor stuff out there like that, um it's like in the summer, the trails are way more messed up just from all the rocks and rock slabs and a little bit of water. Like, a little bit of water on steep rocks is worse than ice luges, and then all the technical rocks on a trail are probably worse than post holes. So, I I'm good with which whatever trail conditions come, and especially like I'm more of a fair weather hiker almost in some instances. If I know trail conditions aren't good, I'll stay south or I'll do road stuff or I'll do inside. Like, I do really pick my conditions good. So like, whatever people do to trails, unless it's like horrible, like just absolute catastrophe, someone destroys an entire trail, just being stupid. I don't complain too much about it. But I just think if you're complaining about one thing, don't do the other thing. Like, if you're gonna be a trail steward, don't leave any trash on the trails. Leave a perfect snowshoe track all the time. Don't break any branches. Don't step on any moss. That kind of thing. So that was kind of a hot take. I want to get off of my chest. Basically, I was going up the Tripyramids, and it's just I couldn't even stay on the trail. You had to just like body off to the trail because the ice was so bad. I didn't have crampons, but and it always kind of gets like that. But yeah, ice luging is messes up the trail. Butt sledding messes up the trails just like post holing does. So that was my hot take, and it made me remember one time. This is when I was getting into hiking. I went out with 2 buddies. One of them is into hiking, um, is and was into hiking a ton, a lot of 4K experience, and then one of them wasn't. We went out there on Whiteface and Passaconaway one day, and I think 2 of us had snowshoes and one of us didn't. And I don't know if it had just snowed a lot. I don't know I don't remember. This was when I was just getting into hiking, so don't hold this against me. But we go to the Whiteface and Passaconaway loop, and we get up to Whiteface, and the trail was like fine. It was kind of like iffy. You could put on snowshoes, but you didn't need it. It wasn't like post holing because I think it had just snowed a bunch. But in between the peaks, we get down off of Whiteface, and we just start destroying the trail. Like, this is like what I'm talking about when people are just assholes and are just destroying a trail. We were those people that day, and we had 2 of us had the snowshoes on our back, which was, like, weird, but probably for, like, a half a mile, we didn't put them on, and we just cooked this trail, like, really bad. And not proud of it, not proud of it, but we go through a half mile, I'm like, "Guys, we need to put these on." So we put them on, and then we kinda try to clean up for the person behind us, and then we go about maybe a quarter mile more, and we run into some lady, and very nice, and I think that maybe my mom had known her or something, so I kind of, like, I think I knew who it was in a certain sense. But we chatted, we were good, and, she was very nice, and, I remember at the end of the hike we get down and my buddy texts me, he's like, "You gotta go look at this trip report." And that lady and that lady put a trip report, and she said something snarky, like not even snarky, like, actually, no, probably was just factual, but, like, "Oh my gosh, a couple people destroyed this trail from Whiteface to whatever. It's so bad, it's horrible, but luckily 3, like, superhero strong men came through with snowshoes, and hopefully they flattened a lot of it out." She said something along those lines, but she did not realize that we were the people that messed that trail up. Um and I remember reading that trail report and my tail, like, just tucked between my legs. I was kind of embarrassed, but kinda just dying laughing, like, because I don't know, it was probably hard to tell, like, if, it was so bad where it was like snowshoes didn't fix it. But no, we basically destroyed a trail for a little bit, put on snowshoes, made it okay, and then got all the credit for breaking the trail. So, that was a story that I remembered. I would not do that nowadays. Nowadays, I mean, with my Dions, I bring if there's a chance of post holing, like, I just bring them because they are fairly light, and I'll just put them on because it is really easier to just put on some snowshoes, but I, that's my thoughts on the trails and snowshoe conditions. We'll see what the end of this week holds. Like, even this weekend, like, if you postal a trail, like, I don't know, there's no saving the trail right now. It is what it is. So, that was my thoughts. That was the end of the episode. Hope you enjoyed the episode, the stories. Oh, and actually, one quick thing at the end. I I'm on social media now. I'm back on social media, the podcast, YouTube, and I've made an account for everything. And we're just gonna start posting some of the stuff, to get more outreach. So, if you're not following me on these platforms, consider going and following me. I don't I hope I don't push too much. I'm gonna probably start pushing some of this stuff less on you guys. Um, but I don't ask for much. I don't do the whole like and subscribe all the time, all this stuff. But if you have platforms and you see me on, Spotify and Apple, obviously the podcast, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, LinkedIn, Substack. That oh wait, no, I'm not on LinkedIn. Substack. Um, Go give me a follow. I have no followers on most of them. I posted 3 TikTok videos and got dead 0 views, which I don't even know if that's possible. That is, like, impressively hard to do. Um, go give me a follow there. I appreciate the support. Even if you don't, I don't even care. But if you're interested in any of the things, go check it out because I like when I hear that at least people are reading or listening or they like the videos or whatever. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, consider following this stuff. I really appreciate you guys, everyone, the nice comments, all the stuff. We're in it, and we're gonna seize the day of social media and just use it to talk about running, trail running, all things Northeast. So that's all I got for you guys today. We'll see you next time. Peace.